Hi, I'm Cory Silverberg. I'm a children's author. I write books about sex and gender for kids. And today actually I'm going to read two pieces, not that are well known and banned, but actually pieces that are the kinds of work that aren't getting published. I thought it's important at this time to also sort of recognize particularly queer work that we don't get to hear about, that doesn't kind of make it to being famous and then banned. So the first piece of writing I'm going to read is actually from a woman named Patricia Byrne, and she's one of the co-founders of an organization called Sins Invalid in Oakland, California. And the piece is about disability justice. And Patty begins in a way that's very typical of her writing, because she begins to write about disability justice by acknowledging all the other people that she works with. And she actually starts this passage with the words from another woman, Aurora Levins Morales, from her book Kindling. And here's how it goes. There is no neutral body from which our bodies deviate. Society has written deep into each strand of tissue of every living person on Earth. What it writes into the heart muscles of a five-star general is distinct from what it writes into the pancreatic tissue and intestinal tracts of black single mothers in Detroit, of Mexicana migrants in Fresno. But no body stands outside the consequences of injustice and inequality. What our bodies require in order to thrive is what the world requires in order to thrive. If there is a map to get there, it can be found in the atlas of our skin and bone and blood, in the tracks of neurotransmitters and antibodies. And then Patty goes on to write, a disability justice framework understands that all bodies are unique and essential, that all bodies have strengths and needs that must be met. We know that we are powerful not despite the complexities of our bodies, but because of them. We understand that all bodies are caught in these bindings of ability, race, gender, sexuality, class, nation-state, and imperialism, and we can't separate them. These are positions from which we struggle. We are in a global system that is incompatible with life. I really like that line. There's no way to stop a single gear in motion. We must dismantle the machine. Disability justice holds a vision born out of a collective struggle, drawing upon the legacies of cultural and spiritual resistance within 1,000 underground paths, igniting small, persistent fires of rebellion in everyday life. Disabled people of the global majority, black and brown people, share a common ground confronting and subverting colonial powers in our struggle for life and justice. There has always been resistance to all forms of oppression, as we know through our bones that there have simultaneously been disabled people visioning a world where we flourish, that values and celebrates us in all our myriad beauty. So if you're interested, you can find out more at sinsinvalid.org. And then I also just want to read a love poem, because I think this is great. And it's by a queer poet in New York City. Her name is Rebecca Fullen. And it starts, I marry you each evening. When we meet again after the day, I marry you in the morning when I stretch to kiss you out of dreams and nightmares, and at lunchtime when I call you and you come out of your office and we walk together to eat. I am marrying you. While we cross the street or work together separately in the library, when we look at the flowers, at the river, at the bridge, at everything that keeps us alive, I am making you promises. I am making you promises with my hands and my feet and my eyes, with my lips at the edge of your ear. When we sit together on the subway, or when you go on the subway and I stay behind, or when I go to Word Up and you stay behind, I am making you promises with the muscles in my legs and back, with the bones in my skull and my spine, with a spirit that blows through me like a wind. More, I am keeping them. Marriage is a dance I find I know better than I thought, and you and I are writing it gently on the world, the kind of graffiti that mars nothing, that will be felt forever, not with force, just like the bird song each morning, there again. I am marrying you compossibly tomorrow as well as today.